episodes, this first episode back, a lot's changed where you guys are. You're back in fairy tale land, but memories are a little askew. Can you kind of just talk about where we start off and then where we're leaving in that first episode?
Well, we start back in fairy tale land, which is a year ago in the past. And of course, it's fairy tale land of the future in a way, because it's not like it was when we left it 28 years ago. So
Though we look exactly the way we look when we were
when we left 28
away
years ago.
28 years ago, which makes it a little
Yeah.
more confusing.
So there's still a lot to do. We have to get back to our place. There's, the question of who's going to live with who. Of course, Regina's castle is technically Snow White's castle. So I think we're all going to be roommates. It's going to be Three's Company in the castle. So we'll see how that goes.
But we get to the castle, and we do have a squatter.
We do have a squatter in the castle.
We have an evil, a wicked. We have a wicked kind of squatter.
We do.
How big of a foe is Zelina compared to past foes for the group?
I feel that she's more threatening and more evil in that she doesn't have. It's like she doesn't. There's no weakness with us in terms of, Cora's weakness in a way was, that she ultimately had unconditional love for her daughter because that's biological. And Peter Pan, was more of a, not that he was a team evil player, but he definitely found, solace and success in, having loyal followers. And Zelina's like, she's a lone wolf, and she's more selfish, I feel, than the others.
For sure. I mean, it's pure revenge, and she's willing to take out everybody in order to get it, and no one's going to stand in her way.
And I also think what makes her the most evil is that, in my opinion, she is able to get under our skin more than any of our other villains have been able to. And I think that she will get under the skins of the audience, in that she is so incredibly, in her storybook form, she's so and in her youth form, in her flashback form, she's so incredibly likable. You want to trust her, you want to root for her, you want to sympathize with her somehow.
And I guess in a way she has really nothing to lose and all to gain, which makes her makes her really dangerous.
Our characters I always wanted to go back. My characters always wanted to go back to Fairy Tale Land, and yours always wanted to stay. No, it was the opposite. Yours wanted to go back to, I'm saying that backwards. Yours always wanted to go back to Fairy Tale Land, and mommy brain, and mine's always wanted to stay. But now we're in a situation where, for us, our goal is to get back to Emma somehow.
Well, it's kind of interesting. Once we find out about everything that's going on, I think the goal is to get back to Emma. But I think when they first get back to Fairy Tale Land, I think for Charming anyway, he's back. He wants to rebuild. He wants to start over. He wants to make it as glorious as it once was. And the fact that Emma is gone, and we kind of pushed her to go on her way. And I think what's so beautiful about that moment is that it's the first time that Mary Margaret and David Charming could actually be her parents. I think all throughout the first season and the second season, they were always struggling on trying to figure out how they could be that ideal of mother and father to her.
Because we didn't go through the experience.
We didn't go through it, and they could never have that. And I think they finally realized that they could never have that ideal. And that moment of kind of setting her free and allowing her to go and actually be happy with her life was a real moment for them to be able to say, that's the kind of parents that we want to be, and that's what we can do for you. And I think once they got back to Fairy Tale Land, I think Charming he felt content with that in a way. He felt that he was able to give her that path to happiness, and then he was going to stay there and rebuild.